The gym is only one aspect of you reaching your full potential of peak masculinity. And there's a lot of areas that people fail to understand, they fail to identify, and then they only focus on the gym because it's such a visual thing that that's the first thing that they see when they look up to another man, and they think that if they only go to the gym and get big muscles and look big and strong, then that's it. But it isn't. And as a Muslim man, I'm going to explain to you the definition of masculinity in Islam, especially, and how we can fully reach our full potential of masculinity. Now, a lot of us look up to a lot of people nowadays who are considered icons or role models, and a lot of them do stand up for good reasons as well. For example, athletes like Habib Nurmagomedov or Cristiano Ronaldo. And these are well-renowned people who, have done good, and they are masculine in their own ways. But I don't beat around the bush. The biggest role model for all of us is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, when I say this, a lot of people might think, yeah, but we've never seen him, or yeah, he is our role model, but only in Islam. No, he's our role model in everything. When it comes to leadership, when it comes to religion, when it comes to standing up for what you believe in, when it comes to even sports as well. And this is where I explain masculinity. You got your physical side, you got your spiritual side, you've got your emotional side, you've got your creative side. So there's a lot of aspects to a man, and he needs to be well-rounded and focus on all these areas at once to be a balanced masculine man. And if you only focus on one area, for example, just going to the gym and looking big and strong, you actually fail in other physical areas as well, such as, are you flexible, are you quick on your feet, are you agile, are you mobile? Strength, peak strength is people actually, it's overrated, because if you look at the average bodybuilder, he looks all juiced up, he looks all jacked up, and even to be classified as a bodybuilder nowadays, you'd have to be taking steroids, and obviously that's haram. So for you to even enter that kind of realm of being strong and looking all juiced up, it's not worth it, because you lose out on a lot of other capabilities as a man. And I think that the main reason why people want to go to the gym as it is obviously to be more masculine, to be big and strong. And whilst that does help, working on your strength, there's a lot of other areas that you need to focus on. And that's, for example, the discipline. Now, how many people go to the gym once or twice a week, but they can't get themselves up to go on the other days, to go consistently 4, 5, 6 days a week. They wish they could go, but they only go like once or twice, and that's even on a good week. So, if you build yourself up to be a disciplined individual, then you would actually do all the things that you need to do in a day, whether you like it or not, whether you're happy, sad, whether you're angry or whatever. And this brings me on to my next point of being masculine, which is your emotional side. And I think and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said this also, where the man is the one who can control his emotions. So if you can control your emotions, and I'm saying this off the top of my head, if you're someone who can control when he's happy, sad, angry, flustered, excited, and you still do your daily tasks as required to do, you still do your main duties that you need to do, whether that's part of your grind or whatever you got to do, and you do it no matter how you feel, you become a disciplined individual. So it's not necessarily discipline to go to the gym if all you do is, go to the gym and you love it, but then you neglect everything else that you got to do. You have to obviously do all your tasks as required, no matter how you feel. That's controlling your emotions. That's one side of your capabilities as a man. So we've covered the physical aspect, we've covered the emotional aspect, and now leading on to the main and the most important one, which is the spiritual one. And this is obviously to do with religion, to stay devoted to your religion, to follow, the teachings of Islam and everything that you got to do. There's a lot of things that nowadays in this world that tries to affect our masculinity, for example LGBTQ and so on and so on and so on, and these things are there, as propaganda. I believe that there is an agenda to, there is an agenda against masculine men, and they want to actually decrease the masculinity in this world, and they want to promote more and more of, same-sex marriages, LGBTQ, and all these stuff. And there is a big issue because this is against obviously our religion, and that's why it's the most important thing nowadays to actually be a masculine man. And if you can't cope with nowadays, if you can't cope with today's world, how are you going to be able to cope with life in about 5 years if you're alive till then? So it's very important to stay devoted to your religion, and there will be a day. I think this is one of the signs of the day of judgment being near, where holding on to your religion is like holding on to hot coal. And times are getting tough nowadays, and it's just going to get tougher and tougher and tougher. I think about everything that affects masculinity. I think about, for example, not being able to stand up for yourself, not being able to stand up for your family, or if you're in a professional workplace, you can't promote this, or you can't represent yourself like this. Maybe this is a case in some areas, or there's so many things going on. And just to broadly speak, masculinity nowadays has been affected. So it's important to address the issue, which we're addressing here, but then also to find the right solution. And the right solution isn't just going to be to wake up and go to the gym and come back and think everything's going to be okay. You need to work on your physical side 100%, but then when we look further into the physical side, you've also got other areas such as, can you fight? Can you defend yourself? This is why I said, are you quick on your feet, or are you just juiced up looking like a bodybuilder? Because the thing is, right, you've probably trained yourself to be an expert at bicep curls, but you haven't trained yourself to be able to throw a punch. You haven't trained yourself to be able to out wrestle someone. You haven't trained yourself to throw a kick. So fighting is very, very important. And if you want to actually fully maximize your full potential, in terms of your physicalities, then obviously I do sports specific training, and I've recently created a new website where I'm showcasing my online fitness business, where I go deeper into helping people one-to-one and help them personalize with their training, with their nutrition, with any sports specific training that they need help on. And it's all on my website. All of my expertise is all listed on the website, so please check that out as well. And yeah, so this is where I'm going to be helping a lot of people out. But back to this video, it's very important that you understand and you can actually cover all areas of your physical side as a man, and not just focus on the gym. So when you are actually seeing yourself improve in your physical capabilities, in your emotional capabilities, and staying close to your religion, because that is the most manly thing that a man can do. Stay close to the religion and stay close to God. You will be able to achieve your full potential as a man, as a Muslim man, as a disciplined masculine man. And this is it. You have to focus on a lot more things than just the gym, and inshallah, one by one, with all of us changing, we will be able to revolutionize what masculinity actually truly means, and achieve all of our goals and dreams and ambitions and more. So guys, that's the end of this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below any of your thoughts, anything that you've got to say, whether you agree or disagree, and obviously I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.